So in this video, we're going to continue using the times loop, but we're going to create a program in the text editor that makes use of it. Create a new fun program that you can show off to all your friends and family. Tell them about what you're learning. And also, it's just better to get a sense for how these things can actually be used in a sensible way within your programs. So let's do that. So let's get into our Learn Ruby directory, which I'm currently in, and let's create a new file. So touch to create the new file, and we'll call it rubyloops.rb. So we have our Ruby file. Now let's go over to Sublime and go into the Ruby loops, and let's start creating the program. So let's put statement to the terminal. Actually, in this case, it's going to be a question. How many fingers am I holding up? And we're going to hard code fingers to be equal to 4. And now let's create the times loop. So 5 times do and end. So let's now create some code to execute 5 times. So let's get some user input, and we'll call it fingers guess, and we'll set it equal to gets.chomp. So now we have our user input. Well, this is actually going to be a string, and what we're comparing it against is the integer of 4. So we actually need to convert whatever guess that we give it into an integer, and there's a handy Ruby method to do that. So let's actually set a new variable, fingers num equal to fingers guess. So this variable is equal to fingers guess dot 2i, and 2i is a method we can call on our string to convert it into an integer. And now that we've converted it, let's write a condition that checks to see whether we guessed the right number. If fingers num is the same as fingers, our variable up above, then do something. You'll get an awesome you win statement back. Otherwise, puts guess again. And let's end that condition. So here, fingers guess is equal to our user input, and this is going to be, fingers guess is going to be overwritten every time through the loop. So fingers guess the first time is going to be a certain number, and then whatever we enter the second time, it's going to be equal to that. And we're going to convert it to an integer every time, and then we're going to compare fingers num, this variable here, against fingers to see if they're equal. And so after we run the loop 5 times, let's have a statement that tells us we're done. Finished guessing. That was a lot of work. And let's just have the extra line. And let's try to run this. So let's ls, see all of our beautiful Ruby files containing some of our cool programs. And let's run rubyloops.rb. How many fingers am I holding up? So if we guess 5, we should be asked to guess again. Now 6, now 4. Hey, conditions were met, so we won. Now 3, now 1, and then because the loop finished, it then gets to the put statement and finishes the program, and then we're back in our Ruby directory. So let's actually take this out just for demonstration purposes. So if we press command / it actually comments out our line of code, and then Command save to save our program, and Command save, I mean Command S, and let's compare numGuess, our string, to fingers, and try running our program again. So now this is commented out, it's not going to be read by our computer. So we run this again, and we enter 4, be asked to guess again, because no value that we enter is going to be equal to an integer of 4, since gets is converting it to a string. Well, not converting it, it accepts our input as a string. 5, let's just get out of this and finish guessing. So let's go back. We could press Command / again to get our line back, and now our program will work again. And so now you guys learned about a couple of concepts there. We worked through a cool example of using the times loop. We commented out some code. We saw the gets command in action again, and we saw how to convert a string to an integer. And we used a conditional statement within our while loop. So we're advancing, we're making progress, and it is awesome. And I will see you guys in the next video.